is back again this week, bringing you a whole set of different wheels. Remember that movie about the American kid who went to Tokyo to drive cars sideways? With drifting making its mark across the globe, there's no need to travel that far anymore. eNCA Drives Dasen and Thathiah is hanging out with a crew that's shattering the quiet on KwaZulu-Natal's south coast.
How does one get to this point where they decide to, on a random Thursday, bring their car out to a track and start burning some rubber?
Well, Dasen, it's been a long journey. I started off as in the spinning, in the Gymkhana events, a little bit of track, a little bit of drag racing. And when it came to drifting, or when drifting was introduced into KZN, it was actually introduced right here at Desi Raceway. And that's where it started. And since we've got the opportunities to come out here on a weekday, I try my best, at least once a month, to be here, to fill in the seat time and to get the car prepped and ready for when the competition season does start. See a 2JC. Yeah, see that. Right, the reason why I went to that is for all these years I've been running a 1JC car. Yeah. And then I managed to get my hands on a 2J bottom end. Which I first started over here. For the first year at Desi Raceway, I was almost giving up. I used to start out here. I drove to Desi Raceway with this car. We used to drive down here with the luggage in the car, with our tires. We used to only come with 4 new tires and 2 on the back. That was our budget for the weekend. Yeah. We would come out here with our luggage, practice the Friday afternoon, book accommodation somewhere, sleep the Friday night. Saturday morning we'd race, we'd compete. Wherever we qualify, we see how far we go, and then we would drive back to Durban in the car. Now that's commitment.
That commitment and discipline has paid off over the past 8 years. And you're about to see just how much. You wouldn't have heard a thing I was saying in the car, but my expression says enough. But the smiles don't come cheap. Same.
I don't do fishing or any of the other hobbies, so this is my passion and I do my best to get to my passion.
And it's an expensive passion.
Very expensive passion.
Tell me why.
Well, as you can see, Dasen, you've been out with me this morning. You saw a brand new set of tires, how quickly it went down. So, on a full competition day, we can go anything from minimum 10 tires to 20 tires if you want to. It just depends on you how much of tires you're going to bring along and how many times you're going to go out on track and how strong your car is and how powerful and how hard are you driving. So it just depends. That smoke you see on the trails over there, that's from the tires. That's what makes the smoke. So the more smoke you make, the more tires you're going through.
And on average, a set of tires that this car is running, what would that cost you?
Say on average about 1,000 Rand a tire. So there's 2,000 Rand on the back.
Forcing a car to take these bends on a trajectory it wasn't designed to follow is not for the faint-hearted. And track days like this one allows the newbies to put in the hours.
Well, I came watch the guys. I used to watch Joey and all the other guys on the track. I did have a little E30 box BM that I started off spinning, and then I decided, you know what, let me try the drifting, and from spinning to drifting is a totally different game.
What are the challenges that you're finding with making that transition?
Well, look, drifting is where you got to take the momentum and you got to go with the vehicle, and committing to the speed is the hardest part because it's scary once you're up to speed.
The drift community here patiently supports each other.
Drifting has been my biggest dream since I ever started watching Super Drift. Right here at Daisy was my first event, and as a spectator all I ever wanted was to drive one myself. So I decided to build my own car, and eventually I competed in Pro 1 class, and I moved up to the Pro division. That's where I've been ever since over there. And all the newcomers, I like teaching them what I know, and it's always good to see new faces in the game over here.
A few years ago, Trinolan Narayansamy would also have been considered a rookie. But now his Nissan enters the tarred dance floor with equal amounts of confidence and skill.
I used to play a game called Need for Speed. Okay, it was Need for Speed Underground 2, and these Nissans used to be on that game, so you would build them up and you could play PlayStation games. So I used to take a liking to more of the drifting and donutting instead of drag racing.
But let's be clear about one thing. This is not a street sport.
If you try any one of these cars here on the road to try and do what we're doing out here, it's not going to work. These cars are too powerful to be on the road. That's why you see so many of these new guys out here today. They are doing the same thing as well. They're all trying to get some seat time. I mean, why are they here today if they can do it on the road? Because you can't. These cars are too potent to be on the road. And also, it's not safe. We're here in a safe, controlled environment. Yeah. This is Desi Raceway. It's one of the best tracks in the country. Yeah. And I promise you, over here, if you can drift over here, you could probably drift anywhere in the country.
For the average person, they might not even be able to tell the difference between spinning and drifting. Just break that down for us.
Drifting is it's a very competitive sport. It's the fastest growing sport in the world, not just here in SA. With drifting, guys go out and have to do a qualifying run, and once you qualified, they would put you in positions of 1 to 16, and you do your runs, and depending on where your position is, like for instance, car number 1 will go out with car number 16. That would be your tandem battle paired. So you score your points, and from your points determines where you are on the grid.
How do you teach yourself this kind of skill?
Well, it's like anything. If you want to do something, you're going to find a way. If not, you're going to find an excuse.